However, I want to tell you what we decided to do. We didn't decide the easy way. We didn't decide the quick way or to care for ourselves. When that vehicle, the old vehicle on passive, okay, got what it did, okay, it took us to where we want to go, and it was a good period, a good phase in our journey, right? But it got troubled to a point where it still requires some maintenance and some repairs. You follow me? That vehicle. So we were faced with so many options, okay? So many options. But the obvious and most obvious is to keep on patching and you know, fixing the parts and all of that, or take whatever it takes and then fix it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to remind you, just in case some forgot, toward the end of last year, I said we got 3 scenarios to reopen, you know, scenario A, B, and so forth. And that was about the time, if it works. But that was based on reopening on passive. But then when we engaged a more qualified experts and team to join forces with us, when we realized that, it was so clear to us, we need to build a new vehicle. We don't want to just fix it, whether, you know, recover, reopen, all of that with some restrictions. And I'm glad we did, okay? It wasn't the easy choice, but I'm glad we did. So the scenario we chose is none of the 3, to be clear, none of the 3 that we said. Those were based on reopening on passive. On passive is open. We're not closing that. We're not shutting that down. But is it operation? No. Operational? No. Let's be very clear. Are we going to accept do business in it? I don't think so. Okay. I don't have the plan to do that. One reason we're keeping on passive open to communicate with relevant topics to on passive. Okay. And we have some pending issues. Some of them is outstanding commissions from the past. It affects a small percentage, not even 1 or 2% from, you know, the millions in our network, but it is ethical and it's our obligation, it's our moral obligation to keep that open until we settle all of that. So whatever it takes, as long as it takes, and it's obviously it's not done, but instead of just getting everybody stuck on that one thing, we decided to move on with everybody. And while we're still working on repairing and, you know, settling those issues, at the end we will. You know how patient we are and how hard we work. So we're not gonna give up. Okay. At the end, we believe the right thing will be done. Okay. So that's why on passive. However, when we decided to rebuild a new one, we decided we're not going to take a line of code to the new vehicle. We're not going to have one single employee from the old staff, previous staff, okay? None. Not one location, not one chair, not one equipment, nothing. 0. So we've been building a new vehicle, not in any way it's on passive 2.0. Not in any way we're migrating the genealogy or the structure of any. We're not inheriting anything. Let me ask you a question. Got a broken car, and we're building a magnificent super car. You didn't see it yet, but I'm seeing it. I'm seeing, you know, the stages of the buildup of it in the assembly room. And would I want to take something from that? It was great back then, but today is 2025, toward the end of it, the last part. Should we inherit something that was turbulent or 5-6 years ago? I don't think it makes any sense. So the wise thing, the right thing was to build something brand new and take it to the next level. What gave us that? The quality of our team, the quality and the talent and the intelligence and the alignment in the vision. Finally, somebody can understand me. Finally, somebody gets it. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Lord. Thank God. So, the new vehicle, as we communicated with you, we're not going to talk about it in OnPassive. It's not going to be in own use. What's going to be, we're not closing own use. Okay? Been doing it 3 months. We're going to stay there. We're going to communicate with OnPassive members for as long as it takes to settle the pending issues. Are we good? Fantastic. All right.
Okay, so we've heard from Ash now, and he's moving forward. Can you see how excited he is about what he is talking? He is bubbling over. I can see it in him as well. So we talked then, he talked about really what happened to the old vehicle, which was OnPassive. That is parked. It was not working well. We were having to patch it up. And the decision came when others basically looked at the business alongside Ash. He brought new people in. They advised him to say, listen, the best way forward is to do something new to take us to our goal and destination. ONews has been a fantastic tool to update us not only on where we are now, but also to let us know what exactly is going to happen with OnPassive. That is staying there. That is going to be the form of updates that we're going to get for OnPassive. Why? Because there is still things that are outstanding. We know about them already. A small percentage, 1 to 2% of the people are owed commissions. It is our CEO's desire that those are all sorted, plus other outstanding things as well that are appertained to OnPassive. These are ongoing, and we will get updates as they move forward with them. The time frame on them, we don't know, but we will be updated through that ONews venue. Also, on the advice of the experts that he brought in, one of the main things that came to light was the alignment of this new chapter of team that he has got with us. They really are people that understand exactly where we are going. If you remember, we felt like we were getting off track a little bit, going off in directions that we weren't really that happy with. It wasn't our passion, really, as far as a company is concerned, where we are going. This new team, not only are they higher quality, better ideas of what we are all on about, but the main thing is they are with Ash Mufareh. They align with him. They know exactly what he wants. They get, when he talks, what they have to develop. And this is going to be one of the big turning points for that transition into the next phase, because they understand exactly where he is. I'm sure he's got a lot more to tell us, so I'll hand it back over to you.